What's up, guys? Welcome back to Insight Sports. I've been keeping up with all the buzz in the hobby lately, and I can't stay silent any longer. There's a lot of misinformation and even defamatory comments that are being spread about some of the people in our hobby. Now, I have firsthand experience with the PPP program. I know the process, I know the ins and outs, and I'm prepared to share that information with you today. Now, if you're expecting this video to be full of drama, calling out people in our hobby, then you're going to be disappointed. I just want to give you guys the facts surrounding the situation so you can use that to form your own opinion. So enough of an introduction, let's get into it. The Paycheck Protection Program, also known as the PPP, was part of the CARES Act that was signed by President Trump. This is the same package that sent millions of Americans stimulus checks. It was meant to help businesses with bills like payroll, utilities, and rent, and protect American jobs during the pandemic. There was a lot of uncertainty in our economy when COVID began spreading, regardless of what industry you were in. $953 billion was used to fund this program. But how did businesses get them? Well, they worked with their bank. The process included a simple application and a laundry list of documentation that included financials, tax returns, 941s, 940s, SUDA, a lot of stuff. You would submit that documentation to your bank, whose underwriters would review it before submitting it to the SBA. The SBA would do another review, and then if you got approved, the bank would fund it. Now, it was very specific about how the money could be used, and after 24 weeks, businesses could begin applying for forgiveness. The forgiveness process was very similar to the application process, except it was even more detailed. Businesses had to show that where every dollar was spent, to make sure that it was spent the right way. Every loan over $2 million was subject to a manual audit by the SBA, where a real person looked through each number to make sure that the loan was not fraudulent. And random loans under that amount were selected for this manual audit as well. Let's get into some basic facts about business law. Businesses are separate legal entities from their owners. What does that mean? Well, legally speaking, most businesses are just like people in that they can buy and sell stuff, enter into contracts, obtain financing, sue, get sued. They can do most things that people can do, all while being detached from their owner. What does that mean? Well, if things go wrong or if the business doesn't work out, most business owners are able to close up shop without affecting their personal finances. It's also important to keep in mind that a business ownership structure could be done a million different ways. One person could be a sole owner of a business right here while also being a small minority owner right here. Or he could be a small owner here with a larger profit share. There's millions of different ways that ownership can be structured. So just because someone says that they're a business owner doesn't mean that they have full control of the finances or even full ownership of the company. Intermingling your personal finances with your businesses is a big no-no and can open up the business owner to personal liability that they would not have had if they would have managed their finances correctly. When businesses got the PPP loan, they didn't have the option to pull the money out and purchase sports cards or go traveling. If they did so, that would have been fraud. Many people did get arrested for abusing the program. So what do I think about all of this? I believe the PPP loans received by people in our hobby were legit, because if they weren't, I have faith in the strict review process done by the banks and the SBA to make sure that every loan was not fraudulent. The ones that received $2 million or more are almost certainly legit because they went through multiple manual reviews to check every single number for accuracy. I mentioned earlier that the program was funded with $953 billion. Once approved, this money was put aside into a separate fund where businesses would draw from for the program. This means that as a taxpayer, whoever received the PPP loan didn't affect you at all. Whether the money went to Upper Deck or to your neighbor down the street, it had no effect on you. So as a taxpayer, if you want to take out your taxpayer pitchfork, I would direct your anger towards Congress for passing the CARES Act. Anger directed at Jeff Wilson, Leaf, or Upper Deck is simply misdirected. I also want to make a point that if you're a business owner and you experience a period of uncertainty, that doesn't mean that you're a bad business owner. If anything, COVID-19 has taught us that at any moment, the government could order you to shut down your business and prevent you from earning an income. So that leaves me with the question that I want to leave with you. If the government forces you to do something that causes you to have less revenue or higher expenses, is it really unreasonable to ask them for that money back? Thanks for watching.